Hey guys, welcome to another week of WoW Weekly with Myst. And for this week, we don't have too much really going on. Mainly because Shadowlands is new and Shadowlands is, the main stuff. Darkmoon Fair will be on Sunday and Wanderings Festival will be on Monday. That's basically all that's going on. As far as Shadowlands, it's pretty much the same activity that we'll be doing. And basically, this week is really more about gearing because the raid isn't out yet, but it will be out on December 8th, as well as the first season of Mythics. So this is kind of the week where you gear up so that you're ready to go into those things. And yeah, that's basically it. Renown is currently capped at 3. This week you will be, this week after reset, you will be able to get it up to 6. We'll also see some extra layers for Torghast as well. So, like I said, basically the same thing, except you're going to be able to go a little further than you could this week. Okay, so let's head over to news. And there isn't really too much for news, so at the end of the video, I decided I would just do a what I think of Shadowlands so far. So we will have that one at the end. So the first bit of news is this here. This is a pretty cool custom Shadowlands PC. There is currently a contest going on for that. I will put the link to this in the description, so just check the description of this video to find out where to go for this. However, there is some bad news with this one, and that is that this only applies to Australia and New Zealand residents, so if you are one of those, cool, definitely follow the link, and if you are not, then better luck next time. The next piece of news is that Blizzard has announced some free character transfers for high population servers. And there's some rules to it. So they say that you cannot select a destination realm that also has a high pop. So if you are going to take advantage of the free character transfer, you'll have to be going from a high pop to like a medium or a low pop. And as far as what servers, they don't tell us, but they do say just to do the process and you'll be able to tell during that process if your server is one of the ones that can. And the last piece of news, this isn't really news, this is just info, I guess. But the last bit is that the redeemed soul, that can be earned 5 per week. So if you're, at 5 and you're trying to get 6 and you're not understanding why, that's why it's time gated to 5 per week. And those are used for your missions that you put your followers on, the anima conductor, the travel networks. Okay, so that is it for news. So my thoughts on Shadowlands so far. We'll start with the pros. The pros, I would say, is Torghast is like number 1 pro. I love Torghast. I really hope they continue to work on Torghast and make it all it can be. I will be very sad if Torghast gets screwed over. And yeah, I'm really enjoying Torghast. They literally could put no rewards in there and I would love that place. Like, yeah, I just love running Torghast. It's really cool. And I feel like it's almost like, when you feel like you've done a lot, it's kind of like that easy mode, that kind of relaxation dungeon or whatever. So really enjoying that. The leveling, I think, is amazing. I really like the leveling. And the Covenants, I'm still in between with those. It's like, I like it, but I also am like, why the fuck? You know? So I'm still in between Covenants, and yeah. Speaking of Covenant, though, I did pick Night Fae for my Druid. So that is the Covenant she's sitting in, and I'm currently working on the first alt in Shadowlands, so yeah. And that's basically all I can think of on pros. Um, Overall, it's been great. Cons, I have to put World Quests up there. World Quests has got to be my biggest con. Maybe we've just been spoiled the past while. I'm really missing the whistle. I wish we had the whistle. I don't think I've ever felt like anything takes so long to get to in an expansion. So, yeah, I feel like of all expansions, the whistles would benefit this one the most because the pathways just seem so long, you know. So that's one of my downfalls. The Maw, while it's okay, I just, every time I get a quest to go to the Maw, I'm like, ugh, back there, you know, and yeah. The mount thing, it used to bug me that you couldn't mount up, but now that I've found that there's mounts lying on the ground that you can click and use for like a minute for speed boost, I don't find it too bad that you can't mount up. Although, if they ever decide to allow you to mount up, I won't frown upon that either. But, you know, I think it's okay because of there being mounts lying on the ground that you can click. But the Maw, to me, like, the only reason I like going to the Maw is to go to Torghast, because the portal to Torghast is in the Maw. Other than that, I don't really like doing much in the Maw. And yeah, so yeah, I have to say the Venari rep is the one I work on the least. I should be working on it the most, but I'm not fond of that area. Yeah, I don't like going to it. But it's there, so, you know, we gotta do stuff over there. I guess really that's all I can comment on. The expansion does seem grindy. I do feel like it's gonna be a very grindy expansion. I feel like the only reason it's even considered semi-alt friendly is because the leveling's quick now. But if you do anything on your alts having to do with covenants and stuff, I think that is going to be time consuming for your alts. I think it's only alt friendly if your alts are just getting leveled and maybe they're like profession characters or something. But if you like to actually play your alts, then I think you will be working hard at your covenant stuff. So all in all, I'm liking it. Is it the best expansion? No. Is it the worst? No. Is it too early to tell? Yes. So basically, it's definitely not the best I've played, but it's also too early to tell. I can only give you my thoughts on the first week of the expansion. All in all, I've never really hated an expansion until BFA. So, and I typically wait like a year into the expansion because the reality is a new expansion is fresh and new. You're gonna love it. You know, it's new content. No matter what, you're gonna love the beginning of any new expansion pretty much. You know, at least the first week. So this is like the honeymoon period right here. Really, how to determine if it's going to be good is the consistency. I think in a year time, I'm hoping I will still love Torghast. I think the world quests will get better with flight. I think the distance is just a little much. And the leveling, I can't imagine they're going to make the leveling tougher, so I imagine the leveling will always be great. The only concern I have is the covenants. You know, the good part is the covenants kind of, to me anyway, feel how Legion's Class Hall felt, and they were great. They just were grindy as fuck. And yeah, that's kind of how I feel with the Covenants. I think the storylines in Shadowlands have been really good. I've enjoyed the story. As many people know, I always play the first character through everything. I'm a big story person when it comes to WoW, so even streaming. I know streamers like always say, "Oh, I can't play the story because I'm streaming." I guess I'm the fuck the world streamer, right? Because I never give a shit. I just roll all the cinematics, take my time. Yeah. But to me, that's the way you level the first character. Everyone can play how they want to play, of course, but if you're into the story, you don't need to level super fast. Like, that's what the alts are. Like, I level the alts faster than the first character because by then I've seen the cinematics, so I skip them sometimes. Honestly, I guess I do watch them all probably 20 billion times, right? But that's just my play style, right? So yeah, that's all I got. The collections have been good so far. Day 1, I looted like 4 pets and 1 mount, and then day 2. No, actually, the mount was on day 2. So I looted 4 pets on day 1, and then day 2, I went and got the frog. And then day 3, I went and got a couple more mounts. The only reason the frog wasn't a how-to video on the channel is because it was streamed. Yeah, I do not like to have streamed content as how-to videos. Yeah, I think it's just kind of messy to do it that way. So yeah, but I did the other 2 mounts on my own time off of stream. So I do try to do stuff that I wouldn't make a video on when I'm streaming. That's why a lot of the time the streams are like mount farms and shit like that. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically all I got for you guys. So it's definitely a short WoW weekly this week, but I hope you guys are having fun in Shadowlands. I hope you're getting lots of mounts and pets and quests done. I am currently finishing off all the Sojourner quest achievements, all the side quests. So yeah, I just got Revendreth left, and then I am done. And as far as all the weekly stuff, I am done. My renown is at 3. I've done all 3 layers of Torghast. I'm still gearing in dungeons. And speaking of, that is something I totally left out in the pro section, is that I do like that you level through dungeons. For a long time, I wait till I'm max level and then I just go run some mythics and bam, 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 I get like normal, heroic, and mythic all in one. Yeah, you can't do that this time. And I like that they did that. Like, you know, if you waited and leveled, yeah, you'd be able to do that. But week 1, you can't do that. You know, you have to be running some dungeons to up your gear. You know, because the best gear you can really get through the world quests, on average, is like equivalent to normal dungeons. So you would still want to be doing at least heroics to try to get geared up enough for mythics. So yeah, I like that the dungeons actually mean something again. You know, for a long time, dungeons were just there, and like in BFA, I did 1 round of the dungeons, which was mythic, where I knocked normal, heroic, and mythic out, and that was it. All the rest of the time, I was doing mythic plus. I had never stepped back into like a heroic or anything. So it's kind of cool to see that they're kind of going back to their old ways with the dungeon gearing. And so yeah, that is basically my thoughts on the expansion. So overall, I'm loving it. I think it's great. And yeah, almost as great as past expansions. Definitely better than BFA, for sure. But does it beat my favorite, which is Burning Crusade? No. And does it beat Wrath? No. Even on week 1. I can tell on week 1. Yeah. Because the only reason I can tell is because Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King didn't have a single thing that I didn't like in them. That's why they rank so high on my list, is that I liked everything having to do with those 2 expansions. So yeah. One last thing I would like to mention before we end the video is having to do with the channel. Some of you may have noticed that there is a new intro and a new outro. It is on the WoW content right now. So if you watch my other videos that are playthroughs, you may notice that the intro is still the intro I've been using for the past 4 years or whatever, and as well as the outro. The reason for that is because that was pre-recorded and pre-edited before I changed the intro. So as far as the playthroughs go, you're going to see the old intro for a while. Luigi's Mansion 3 is going to complete this week. We're on the last episodes, last like 2 or 3. And then Detroit Become Human is going to start up, and it was recorded and edited like a year ago. So it for sure has the old intro. But halfway through that series, you may see the new intro, because I haven't finished editing all those videos. But I do have like a couple of weeks worth of those videos edited. So just thought I'd mention that. My goal was to just release the new intro in the new year, but I couldn't wait. I was excited. I wanted to show it off. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that the old intro is not intended. We will be retiring it at the end of Detroit Become Human. Well, in the middle, because I'll continue the editing of that with the new intro and outro. I just don't want to re-edit those videos. But the biggest reason I'm letting you guys know is because the old outro had the Patreon on it. And since I've gotten partnered with YouTube, I made the decision to drop Patreon. I just, I feel like it would be better to have everyone kind of over on YouTube instead. And it's easier to take care of the perks over on YouTube, and you get sub badges, right? There's nothing I can drag from Patreon into YouTube, really. So I just feel like YouTube's the better place for it because you can, kind of, show off some stuff for being a member. So that is the biggest reason why I wanted to let you know, because since Detroit Become Human has like 14 episodes, I think, edited, that's basically 2 weeks that you're going to see Patreon advertised. And I just don't want to confuse anyone. It is dropped. We don't use Patreon anymore. It's all the YouTube membership now. So yeah, for the most part, for the rest of this year, it will be in the WoW content, but probably not the playthrough content. Just because we're close to the end of the year, so it's not really that long. Just, due to those playthroughs being edited for a while. Yeah. And, yeah. So if you do see it, no, we didn't go back to the old intro. We're still using the new intro. Just I don't feel like going back and re-editing them just to add the new intro in. Yeah, everything will be perfect, like, by the end of the year. And on that note, I hope you guys are liking the new intro and the new outro. I have been thinking of maybe swapping it up for the playthroughs. Let me know what you guys think. Should it be the same intro and outro for the playthroughs, or should I maybe have one kind of unique for those kind of videos? And yeah, I'm not totally sure what I'd use for the intro though, because I use the cat because, like, a cat is my symbol, right? Our sub badges are cats. I have 2 cats. I'm a cat in WoW. Yeah, the cat just fits, right? Plus, I'm female, right? So I have claws. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think of the new intro and what you think I should do for the playthroughs. And yeah, I think that's all I have, guys. I hope you're looking forward to the raid soon, which will be on December 8th. And as well as the Mythic Pluses. Also, since we're showing some Torghast, there is a second companion that you can get in Torghast. I was really surprised to get it. It was I saw this guy hanging out over at the side, so I clicked him and I got a purple companion. So that was cool. I don't know if everyone's is purple, but mine was. I might have just lucked out. But yeah. So anyway, that calls it for this week's WoW Weekly. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.